Okay, let's unpack this. Imagine taking something as familiar as an apple. I mean, an ingredient so common, it's practically synonymous with simplicity, right?
Ubiquitous.
And then elevating its potential to, well, the level of an Olympic athlete. We're talking not just good, but like championship level Hall of Fame result.
Achieved through, and this is absolute meticulousness.
Exactly. Today, we're diving deep into Apple's championship preserves. A Coach's Guide Part 2, which is a truly fascinating collection of advanced training techniques.
Techniques that basically transform humble apples into these elite culinary performances.
Yeah, and our listener, a true learner, sent us this guide. They were curious about how you separate the champions from the wannabes in the really intricate world of apple preservation.
Mm-hmm.
And let me tell you, this guide delivers. It pushes apple preservation into, well, elite performance territory, demanding that unwavering precision at every single turn.
And what's really fascinating here, I think, is how this guide frames the entire preservation process. It sees it as this rigorous athletic program.
Right. It's not just recipe.
No, not at all. It's about hardcore conditioning, slow training excellence, precision technique mastery. It's really not about casual cooking.
No way.
It's more like culinary science, but applied with this unwavering dedication. We're going to meticulously explore 15 specialized methods today.
15. Wow.
Yeah, and they demand championship-level skill. They promise incredible results, but we'll focus intensely on the precise details of each training protocol.
And crucially, why those meticulous details matter so much. That seems to be the core message.
That's exactly it, the why behind the precision.
So get ready to truly understand the why behind the what, maybe uncover some surprising facts about apples and their potential.
Mm-hmm.
And hopefully you'll walk away with a shortcut to being really well informed about the advanced science and art of apple preservation.
Not just cooking.
No, it's about mastering culinary athletics one precise step at a time.
Yeah.
So let's maybe start by laying the groundwork. What is this guide, Apple Part 2, Advanced Athletic Performance, really all about?
Okay.
Because, like you said, this isn't your grandma's canning book, right? Which, has its own charm. Absolutely.
Well, sure. But this is different.
Yeah, take things to an entirely different level.
Exactly. The source material, this Apple Part 2, it lays out 15 specialized methods. And like you said, these are not entry-level approaches, not things you'd find in a basic cookbook.
Right.
Instead, they kind of build upon foundational techniques, but they push apple preservation into what the guide calls elite performance territory.
Okay.
And it's explicitly designed, it says, for dedicated culinary athletes, people ready to commit to maybe a complete mindset shift in the kitchen.
A mindset shift towards precision.
Towards absolute precision, yes.
Yeah.
Prioritizing that above all else.
And when they say elite performance territory, they really mean it. I mean, the guide promises Hall of Fame results.
Yeah, quite the claim.
It ranges from Olympic-level fermentation to world record concentration techniques.
Yeah.
Just the language itself, it evokes this sense of intense dedication, rigorous discipline.
It really does. It's trying to instill this meticulous approach right from the start.
And the language throughout is just so intensely athletic. We see terms like champions, wannabes, conditioning program.
Power training, endurance protocol, technical training, scientific performance engineering, it goes on and on.
It's not just a quirky theme, is it? It feels like a deliberate instructional approach.
I think it is. It frames the kitchen as like a training ground.
Yeah.
Where every single detail, every precise measurement, every exact temperature, it all contributes to a triumphant result.
That makes sense. That emphasis on discipline, precision, consistent effort, I mean, these are qualities essential for any high-level craft, right?
Absolutely. Whether it's sports or, in this case, advanced culinary work.
The principle's the same. Demanding more from yourself,
Yep.
demanding more for your ingredients.
To achieve truly exceptional results. Yeah. The guide is basically shouting, be meticulous.
So this raises a really important question then. How does adopting this athletic mindset, how does it fundamentally change your approach to cooking or preserving?
Well, I think it encourages a focus on the minute details, right? On absolute consistency and on developing a really deep understanding of the science behind the art.
Okay.
It's about recognizing that every single step, every specific temperature, every exact timing, it all contributes to that championship result.
So you can't just be casual about it, no winging it.
No, absolutely not. You cannot be approximate. This guide insists on unwavering meticulousness. It's the foundation.
Okay, well, let's dive into the first set of these advanced techniques then. Sounds like we're starting strong, with methods that demand a high level of commitment right off the bat.
Definitely.
All right, let's unpack this first one. Apple Acar. It's described as a hardcore conditioning program.
Mm-hmm.
And once we get into the details, I think you really understand why. It's a vibrant, spicy, incredibly flavorful Indian-style pickle.
And what's fascinating here right away is the sophisticated use of, first, mustard oil, and then this complex blend of spices.
Yeah, look at this list. Black mustard, fenugreek, turmeric, coriander, chili.
Right. And these aren't just thrown in for flavor. The guide frames them as the training base.
The training base.
Yeah, crucial for both preservation and for building that robust flavor profile needed for long-term storage. And it emphasizes very clearly that the mustard oil itself needs careful conditioning first.
Okay. A meticulous first step.
A very meticulous step that impacts the entire Acar's character, its stability, everything.
So let's list the ingredients just so people get the full picture. It calls for 3 cups of firm apples, Granny Smith recommended,
Yeah.
cut into precise 1/4 inch cubes.
Precision even in the cutting.
Absolutely. Then 1/4 cup mustard oil, 2 tablespoons black mustard seeds, 1 tablespoon fenugreek seeds, 1 tablespoon turmeric powder, 2 tablespoons ground coriander, 1 tablespoon red chili powder.
It keeps going.
0.2 inches of fresh ginger, julienne, 4 green chilies, slit lengthwise, 3 tablespoons grated jaggery, 2 tablespoons tamarind paste, and salt. Phew.
It's a complex symphony, like you said, and the precise ratio of these ingredients, that's crucial.
Why specifically firm apples like Granny Smith?
Well, their high pectin content and their natural tartness mean they stand up really well to the intense spices and that conditioning process that keep their texture.
So they don't just turn to mush.
Exactly. They maintain their integrity, which is part of the appeal of a good achar.
Okay, so the championship training protocol for this Apple Acar, it sounds like a journey, demands meticulous attention. First up is preseason conditioning. 10 minutes.
Right.
You heat the mustard oil in a heavy bottom pot until it's, and I quote, smoking like a champion's exhaust pipe.
Quite the image.
Then you cool it slightly to about 200 Fahrenheit, that's 93 Celsius.
Yeah.
And the guide explicitly says this step is about creating a tough and stable training base.
Mm-hmm.
What's the science there? Why heat the mustard oil so intensely?
Okay, so that initial high heating, it's absolutely critical. It's a really meticulous step, chemically speaking. It's not just about getting it hot.
Right.
Heating mustard oil to its smoking point, then letting it cool slightly, does a few really important things. First, it reduces the oil's natural pungency, that sort of sharp bitterness.
Mm-hmm.
It mellows the flavor.
Okay.
But more importantly, from a preservation standpoint, it helps activate and stabilize certain compounds in the oil, particularly something called allyl isothiocyanate.
Allyl iso, what now?
Allyl isothiocyanate. It's a potent antimicrobial agent, naturally present, but the heating makes it more effective.
So it helps preserve the apple.
Exactly. This chemical transformation is key to the oil's preservative qualities. You're essentially creating a sterilized and tough training base that protects the apples from spoilage over months.
Wow, so without that precise heating and cooling?
The HR's longevity and its whole flavor profile would be compromised. It wouldn't be the same product.
Fascinating, so it's a chemical change.
Yeah.
Okay, then comes power training. 5 minutes.
Right.
You add the black mustard seeds to the still warm oil. Watch them pop like fireworks at a championship celebration. Then, immediately after, the fenugreek seeds for deep, nutty strength training.
And the guide stresses don't burn them.
Right. Why is that timing so critical?
Well, precision here is paramount. The popping mustard seeds, that tells you their essential oils and flavor compounds are being released optimally.
Okay.
Then the fenugreek seeds, they toast very gently, developing that characteristic deep, nutty aroma. But, and this is the crucial bit, if either gets overcooked, even slightly,
Bitter.
very bitter, very quickly, and that bitterness would just permeate the entire otter. So this is where meticulous timing, sometimes just seconds, separates a championship Acar from, well, a bitter disappointment.
Got it. And this also helps with preservation, right? Lowering pH.
Yes, exactly. Toasting the spices and interacting with the oil contributes to lowering the overall pH, creating a more acidic environment, which is hostile to spoilage microbes. It's like building internal immunity for the preserve.
Okay, next, strength and conditioning. 15 minutes. You fold the apple cubes into this spiced oil, like recruiting fresh talent.
Mm-hmm.
Each cube needs to be meticulously coated in this golden performance enhancer, which builds immunity for storage. So they're getting flavor and protection.
And this step is all about even distribution. Thorough coating Every single apple cube needs that envelope of spiced oil for consistent preservation and flavor development.
So not just a quick stir.
No, it's an intentional, careful coating process, making sure each apple athlete is fully prepped. The goal is also to cook the apples just enough so they soften slightly, but still hold their shape. Texture is key.
Right. Finally, season development, 3 days. You put the achar in a sterilized jar, let it train in its oil facility in a cool, dark plate.
Patience.
Yeah. Each day, the flavors build stronger combinations and develop that complex, mature performance. It's about letting those powerful flavors meld.
Absolutely. And the performance stats the guide gives are interesting too. For this hardcore conditioning program, 175 calories per quarter cup, 18 grams carbs, 12 of which are sugar, 4 grams fiber, and a good 12 grams of healthy fats from the oil.
And it mentioned the anti-inflammatory compounds, too.
Yeah, loaded with anti-inflammatory compounds for recovery, likely from the turmeric, ginger, and other spices. So a functional benefit too.
And how do you use this champion performer? Victory applications.
Well, alongside rich curries for that heat and tang, with warm flatbreads, or just as a really versatile high-performance condiment that brings an explosion of flavor to almost any meal. It's potent stuff.
Sounds incredible. Okay, next up, we shift gears. We slow things way down.
Right.
But don't mistake that for easy. This is slow training excellence with apple confit.
Demands immense patience.
Right.
A very gentle, almost meditative touch, really.
And confit, that's
Yeah.
usually associated with meat, right? Like duck confit.
Traditionally, yes. It's a classic preservation method, using fat, usually animal fat, as the medium to gently cook and preserve.
So applying it to apples, that's
Yeah.
interesting.
It is, and especially using olive oil with these delicate aromatics like rosemary and lemon zest, it creates a really sophisticated flavor profile. It truly emphasizes that slow training aspect.
So the goal isn't aggressive cooking.
No, not at all. The goal is to gently infuse flavor and preserve the apple's texture, transforming it into something silken, deeply flavored. It's a testament to the power of meticulous, low-temperature cooking.
Okay, so for this elegant method, what do we need?
2 cups of firm apples, quartered and cored again, something like Honeycrisp or Fuji that holds its shape. 1 cup of extra virgin olive oil.
Extra virgin specifically.
Yes, the guide recommends it for its fruity, peppery notes that complement the apples. Plus, those monounsaturated fats add to the luxurious mouthfeel.
Makes sense. What else?
4 garlic cloves, just gently crushed. 3 sprigs of fresh rosemary. 2 bay leaves. The zest of 1 whole lemon. 1 teaspoon of black peppercorns, and 1 teaspoon of sea salt.
Seems like a simple list, but you said the technique is where the mastery lies.
Absolutely. The aromatics, garlic, rosemary, bay, they're not just extras. They're carefully chosen to build this complex, herbaceous backdrop that enhances the apple without overpowering it.
Gotcha. Okay, the elite training method starts with training facility setup, 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
You meticulously heat the extra virgin olive oil to exactly 140 degrees Fahrenheit, that's 60 Celsius, in a heavy bottom saucepan.
And the guide stresses this. Precision training territory where every degree matters.
Yeah, compares it to setting up Olympic training facilities. The environment must be perfect.
Yeah.
Why is that 140 F60C so critical?
That precise temperature control is absolutely paramount for a true confit. It's non-negotiable meticulousness. If the oil gets too hot, even just by a few degrees...
The apples fry.
Exactly. They'll start to fry, lose that delicate texture, get a crisp exterior instead of that desired silken tenderness.
And if it's too cool?
Then the oil won't effectively cook the apples, it won't properly extract the flavors from the aromatics, and the preservation itself won't be as effective.
So 140 is the magic number.
Maintaining exactly 140 Fahrenheit allows for this controlled enzymatic breakdown of the apple's pectin. That's what gives you that unique, tender texture without turning it into applesauce.
Okay.
A slight rise in temperature, even for a short time, could just ruin it, so it requires a really meticulous eye, constant monitoring with a thermometer.
Right, makes perfect sense. Gentle transformation. Okay, step 2. Coaching staff assembly. 5 minutes.
Your coaching team.
Yeah. You add the crushed garlic, rosemary sprigs, bay leaves to the warmed oil. These veteran trainers will mentor your athletes.
And that slow, gentle heat of the confit environment is perfect for them. It lets the delicate aromatics release their flavors without burning or becoming harsh.
A nuanced infusion.
Exactly. Creating this harmonious, complex background that deeply permeates the apples over time. Rushing this part, you just get underdeveloped flavors. Patience is key.
And then the core method, the real test. Endurance training, 45 minutes.
This is the long haul.
You completely submerge the apple quarters in this coaching oil, making sure they're fully covered. And then you maintain that exact 140 F60C.
It's like monitoring an athlete's heart rate, the guide says.
Right. Every minute counts in this elite development program. Really highlights that slow training and the need for unwavering attention.
And that sustained low-temperature cooking is what truly transforms the apple texture. The oil cooks it so gently, so evenly.
Breaking down the cell walls slowly.
Exactly. It slowly breaks down the cell walls and pectin without causing rapid water loss. That's how they get incredibly tender and silken, yet still hold their shape. It's an exercise in patience and constant vigilance over that heat source.
Any fluctuation could undo all that meticulous work.
Precisely.
Okay, finally, cool down recovery. 30 minutes. Carefully remove from heat. Let it rest and cool in its aromatic oil. The guide says during this cool down, each piece now possesses the silky texture and concentrated flavor that only comes from championship-level preparation.
And the flavors continue to meld and deepen as it cools. It's a crucial finishing step.
And the stats reflect that richness. 245 calories per quarter cup.
Yeah, 12G carbs, 8G sugar, 3G fiber, but a substantial 24G of healthy fats from that olive oil. It's decadent.
For medal moments, the guide suggests serving this on artisanal toast, maybe with champion-level salads or as a sophisticated starter.
Definitely showcases your culinary training and that meticulous approach. Very elegant.
Okay, from slow and steady, we now pivot to absolute precision technique mastery with apple curd.
Oh, curd, yes.
This one sounds like it's all about hitting your marks with absolute exactitude. Zero room for error.
It really is, and the guide sets an incredibly high bar right from the start, requiring Olympic standard purity in the apple concentrate.
Olympic standard, what does that even mean?
It implies it needs to be incredibly clear, highly refined, intensely flavored, not just any apple juice. It's the base, and it has to be perfect.
Got it.
And then the subsequent steps, like whisking the egg yolks with sugar to that pale, thick consistency that highlights the delicate, precise balance of protein and sugar that makes a perfect curd.
So it's a test of exact ratios, temperature control.
And impeccable execution. Meticulousness is absolutely non-negotiable here. One slip and it's scrambled eggs.
Okay, ingredients for this delicate creation.
1 cup of that high-quality apple juice concentrate. 4 large egg yolks, a 1/4 cup of unsalted butter cut into small pieces and kept chilled.
Chilled butter.
Yes, that's important for the end stage. Then 1/3 cup superfine sugar.
Superfine specifically.
Preferred, yes. It dissolves much more quickly, minimizing the risk of a grainy texture in the final curd.
Smart.
2 tablespoons fresh lemon juice, 1 tablespoon lemon zest, 1/2 teaspoon vanilla extract, and just a tiny pinch of salt to balance everything.
Okay. The technical training starts with equipment preparation.
Yeah.
15 minutes, you create that perfect apple concentrate through careful reduction.
Your base fuel.
Right, needing Olympic standard purity. The guide warns every trace of impurity affects performance outcome. That commitment to meticulous purity starts right here.
And creating that clean, concentrated base ensures a truly vibrant apple flavor. No watery dilution compromising the texture or intensity.
Foundational precision.
Absolutely. Any shortcuts here will absolutely show up in the final product. It also helps ensure the correct sugar-to-liquid ratio, which is vital for the setting process later.
Okay, step 2, precision timing. 8 minutes. You whisk the egg yolks with the superfine sugar until they reach that pale, thick consistency of a perfectly trained athlete's form.
It's a specific visual cue.
Yeah, the guide emphasizes this protein foundation requires exact technique and timing. What are we actually looking for there, and why is it so critical?
You're looking for the mixture to fall from the whisk in a thick ribbon. That indicates it's sufficiently aerated and the sugar is mostly dissolved.
Okay.
Over-whisking or under-whisking leads to problems later. This stage prepares the lecithin in the egg yolks to act as an emulsifier.
Preventing separation.
Exactly, and contributing to that final smooth, velvety texture. It's really critical for the curd's structural integrity. Precision here is key.
Got it. Next, the scary part. Temperature management. 10 minutes.
The make or break moment.
You meticulously combine the warm apple concentrate with the egg mixture over controlled, gentle heat, maintaining perfect temperature like a coach monitoring vital signs. And the guide warns, 1 degree off and you lose the championship. Wow, that's how incredibly precise it needs to be.
It really is. This is where things can go wrong very quickly. Egg yolks contain proteins that are super sensitive to heat. They coagulate, basically cook, between 160, 180 Fahrenheit or 71, 82 Celsius.
So if the heat's too high,
scrambled eggs. Clumpy, grainy texture, disaster.
And if it's too low?
Then the lecithin in the yolks won't properly emulsify the butter and concentrate, and the curd just won't thicken to that desired velvety consistency.
So a double boiler or very gentle heat is essential.
Absolutely, and constant, gentle stirring. It allows the egg proteins to set gradually, uniformly, creating that stable, luxurious emulsion. Constant vigilance with a thermometer is highly recommended here. Meticulous temperature control.
It sounds like it demands your complete, undivided attention. Okay, finally, victory formation. 5 minutes.
The finishing touch.
You whisk in that cold butter, piece by piece, letting it melt slowly into the warm curd, creating the kind of silky emulsion that only comes from years of technical training.
Adding the cold butter serves two purposes. It helps cool the curd slightly, stopping the eggs from cooking further.
Smart.
And it enriches the flavor, contributing to that smooth, glossy finish. It's a final, meticulous touch, enhancing both texture and taste, binding it all together.
Okay, the stats for this masterpiece: 200 calories per quarter cup, 22 g carbs, 18 g sugar, 1 g fiber, 13 g healthy fats.
A rich reward for precise work.
And championship applications. You can fill delicate pastry shells, create victory parfaits, or use it as a premium spread.
Definitely showcases technical mastery and that dedication to precision.
Okay, if you thought that was intense, buckle up. Apple Dulce is presented as an endurance challenge.
Demanding patience.
Yeah, not speed, but sustained, consistent effort and, well, unflinching patience over a long time.
And it raises the question why marathon endurance is the metaphor.
Right.
It's because the process involves gradual reduction and caramelization of the apple puree and dairy. This requires sustained, consistent heat and continuous stirring over a long period.
To prevent scorching.
Exactly. Prevents burnout, or rather scorching, and allows those complex, rich, caramelized flavors from the Maillard reaction and caramelization to build slowly, deeply over time.
You can't rush it.
You absolutely cannot rush Dulce. Meticulous attention to that pot, minute after minute, hour after hour sometimes, is the key.
Okay, what do we need for this long-haul effort?
2 cups of smooth apple puree, 1 cup whole milk, half a cup heavy cream, 3/4 cup brown sugar.
Brown sugar specifically.
Yes, its molasses content enhances those complex caramel notes. Then 2 tablespoons vanilla extract, 1 teaspoon ground cinnamon, half teaspoon ground nutmeg, and 1/4 teaspoon salt.
And the combination of apple puree with milk and cream, that's strategic.
Very. The dairy adds richness and creaminess, obviously. But the proteins and lactose in the milk and cream contribute significantly to the Maillard reaction, that browning and flavor development during the long, slow cooking.
Got it. Okay, the endurance protocol starts with marathon preparation. 20 minutes.
Setting the stage.
You meticulously combine the apple puree with the milk and cream in a large, heavy-bottomed pot, creating the foundation for this long-distance cooking challenge.
And that heavy bottom pot is crucial. Absolutely crucial.
Why? Even heat distribution.
Exactly. It distributes heat much more evenly, significantly reducing the risk of scorching the bottom, which would instantly ruin the whole batch with a burnt taste. That meticulous choice of equipment is just as important as the ingredients.
Okay, then steady pace development. 45 minutes. This sounds like the main event.
Pretty much.
You gradually add the brown sugar while maintaining consistent medium-low heat. This is like finding your marathon pace, letting the mixture reduce slowly, building flavor.
And this is where your endurance, your unwavering attention, truly comes in. Adding the sugar gradually helps control the caramelization, prevents crystallization, ensures smooth reduction.
Constant stirring.
Constant, gentle stirring is absolutely critical. Ensures even cooking, prevents sticking, avoids any scorching. This is where patience and meticulous stirring win the race. Non-stop attention.
Then mid-race fuel. 30 minutes.
Keep going.
Add the vanilla, cinnamon, nutmeg as an energy boost, stirring constantly to prevent burnout. The guide says this is where champions separate from the pack.
And that continuous stirring prevents the milk solids and sugars from catching and scorching on the bottom. It ensures even heat distribution so those sugars and proteins transform evenly into rich dulce flavors. It's a real test of commitment. Meticulous, constant movement.
Finally, the final sprint. 15 minutes.
Almost there.
Push through, stirring vigorously until the dulce reaches its perfect thick consistency. This requires the mental toughness that wins championships. How do you know when it's done?
The classic test. It should be thick enough to coat the back of a spoon, and if you draw a line through it with your finger, the line should hold its shape for a few seconds.
Got it. Okay, stats for this endurance feat.
Yeah.
235 calories per quarter cup, 32G carbs, 28G sugar, 2G fiber, 12G fats.
Richly rewarding indeed.
And for your victory celebration, spread it on toast, uses pastry filling, or serve with tropical fruits. Luxurious.
Absolutely.
All right, here's where things get really interesting, maybe a bit weird for some. We're stepping into the probiotic training camp with fermented apple fruit.
Yes, we're not just preserving, we're actively cultivating beneficial bacteria.
So this is where meticulous control meets, well, live biological processes.
Exactly. And what's fascinating is how this training camp is meticulously built around encouraging those beneficial bacteria, specifically through lactic acid fermentation.
How does it do that?
The precise salt brine acts as facility preparation. It creates the optimal environment to support these microscopic coaches, the good bacteria,
Okay.
while things like ginger and cinnamon provide performance enhancement, contributing to flavor and the microbial ecology. It's a carefully controlled environment designed for targeted microbial success.
Demanding precise measurements and careful observation.
Absolutely. Meticulous control over a living process.
So what do you need for this living preserve?
3 cups of firm apples, precisely cubed again, 2 tablespoons sea salt, 1 tablespoon raw honey.
Raw honey. Why raw?
It provides a natural sugar source for the beneficial bacteria to feed on, helps kickstart the fermentation, and it might contain some beneficial microbes itself.
Interesting.
4 cups filtered water, important to avoid chlorine, which can kill the good microbes. 2 tablespoons whey or a starter culture like sauerkraut juice.
Ah, the coaching staff.
Exactly. 2 tablespoons fresh grated ginger and 1 cinnamon stick.
Okay. Training camp setup begins with facility preparation. 10 minutes. Meticulously creating the brine with sea salt and filtered water. It must be strong enough to support beneficial lactic acid bacteria while rigorously keeping harmful competitors out. Like setting up an elite training camp for microbes. The salt balance is paramount.
Absolutely critical. The exact salinity requires meticulous measurement. Too little salt. Bad microbes, molds can grow. Unsafe.
Okay.
Too much salt. The beneficial lactic acid bacteria our desired coaching team won't thrive. You get stalled or imbalanced fermentation.
So what's the right balance?
Typically around 2–3% salt concentration by weight for vegetable ferments. This guide's ratio fits that, creating an environment that selects for the good guys.
Got it. Then, coaching staff introduction. 5 minutes. Add the whey or starter culture.
Introducing the experienced coaching team of beneficial bacteria.
Right. Why is this important? Can't they just show up?
They might, as they're present on the apples naturally. But adding a starter culture provides a controlled introduction of the desired microbes. It kickstarts the process reliably.
Ah, minimizes variables.
Exactly, like having expert coaches. It helps establish the desired microbial community quickly, outcompeting potentially undesirable organisms for a safer, more predictable ferment.
Makes sense. Next, performance enhancement. 2 minutes. Add the ginger and cinnamon.
For that extra performance boost, creating a complex training environment.
Are they just for flavor here?
Mostly, but they do contribute more. Ginger has enzymes that can influence fermentation. Cinnamon has subtle antimicrobial properties that can help guide the fermentation towards desired flavors and keep unwanted microbes slightly in check.
So it's a calculated part of the plan.
A strategic, meticulous addition, yes, adding depth and complexity.
Okay, finally, the critical training period. 5–7 days.
The active fermentation.
Submerge the apples completely in the brine. Keep them under the liquid and let fermentation work like a dedicated training regimen. You check daily as the apples develop strength, complexity, and beneficial performance characteristics.
And that daily meticulous check is absolutely key. This is a live, dynamic process.
What are you looking for?
Signs of active fermentation, bubbling, maybe changes in the brine's clarity, a developing slightly sour aroma, visual changes in the apples. It lets you gauge progress.
Be sure it's going right.
Exactly. And determine when peak fermentation is reached for the best quality, safety, and flavor. Ideally, the pH should drop below 4.5 for safety.
Got it. Stats for this probiotic powerhouse. 95 calories per quarter cup, 12G carbs, only 4G sugar, 3G fiber, 1G fat.
Plus championship probiotics, a true health booster for the gut.
And training table applications. Serve as a digestive enhancer, use the brine in recovery drinks.
Or just enjoy as a probiotic-rich training snack. Supports gut health, which is linked to overall performance.
Very cool. Okay, next, think ultimate portable energy strips.
Apple fruit leather.
Exactly. Concentrated, convenient, packed with natural goodness, perfect for on the go.
And this brings up an important question about meticulousness again. How does precision distribution make such a big difference here?
Good question. The guide talks about spreading the puree evenly. Why?
Because spreading it evenly and precisely ensures consistent drying across the entire sheet. That's vital for the texture.
Ah, prevents brittle spots and moist spots.
Exactly. Uneven drying leads to inconsistent texture, makes it hard to handle, and can even lead to spoilage in the moisture areas. For an effective athletic fuel, you need that consistency. Meticulous spreading is key.
Okay, what do we need for these energy strips?
Simplest. 4 cups of smooth apple puree, 1/4 cup fresh lemon juice, 2 tablespoons honey, 1 teaspoon ground cinnamon, 1/2 teaspoon salt.
But the prep and drying need to be meticulous.
Absolutely. The quality of that initial puree is fundamental. Needs to be perfectly smooth, lump-free.
And the lemon juice, just for flavor.
Flavor, yes, but also its acidity helps prevent enzymatic browning. Keeps the leather's color vibrant. Honey acts as a natural sweetener and a humectant.
Humectant, meaning?
It helps retain a little moisture, keeping the leather pliable, not brittle, plus easily digestible energy.
Got it, okay. Athletic fuel production. Step 1, pure performance base. 20 minutes. Meticulously create championship-grade apple puree, removing impurities.
Base fuel needs to be perfect, the guide says.
Why so much emphasis on smoothness?
Because, as we said, a perfectly smooth, lump-free puree is essential for uniform drying. Any chunks lead to inconsistencies, brittle bits, moist bits. It compromises shelf stability, invites spoilage. It's foundational meticulousness.
Okay, then performance optimization. 5 minutes. Add lemon juice for vitamin C boost, honey for sustained energy, cinnamon for metabolic kick.
And these aren't just buzzwords. Each serves a purpose beyond taste. Lemon juice inhibits oxidation, adds acidity. Honey gives energy and texture. Cinnamon adds warmth, may aid metabolism. It's a deliberate, functional blend.
Right. Next, precision distribution. 10 minutes. Meticulously spread the mixture evenly onto dehydrator trays or lined baking sheets, like laying down a perfect track.
Consistency is key for even drying. Needs that meticulous spread.
How thick?
Typically about 1/8 to 1/4 inch thick. An offset spatula helps get it uniform. Too thick, takes forever to dry, risks spoilage. Too thin, it gets brittle. Uniformity guarantees a consistent energy strip.
Got it. Finally, endurance processing. 8-12 hours. Dehydrate at a controlled low temp, around 135 F57C, like conditioning athletes over time.
Removing moisture while concentrating nutrients and flavors. Low and slow.
Why low heat?
It's vital to remove moisture without actually cooking the fruit. This preserves more of the raw fruit enzymes and nutrients, concentrates the flavor, and crucially extends shelf life by lowering water activity, preventing microbial growth. Meticulous drying preserves integrity.
Okay, stats. 75 calories per piece, 18G carbs, 14G sugar, 3G fiber, plus natural fruit energy.
Impressive for a simple snack.
Energy applications. Roll into portable strips, cut into squares, pack for endurance events, truly portable performance.
Definitely.
Okay, moving from thin strips to something with championship density, apple fruit paste.
Think Membrillo, the quince paste. This is the apple version.
Right, intense concentration, achieving a firm, sliceable product.
And if we connect this to the bigger picture, the key here, the meticulous part, is the pectin. Pectin is the structural support.
That's what turns puree into a sliceable paste.
Exactly. It gives it that signature sliceable consistency, distinguishes it as a champion product, solid yet tender. Without meticulous, precise use of pectin, you just have a very thick sauce, not sliceable.
Okay, what do we need for this dense delight?
4 cups smooth apple puree, 1 cup granulated sugar, 1/4 cup fresh lemon juice, 2 tablespoons natural apple pectin powder, 1 teaspoon vanilla extract.
And the quality of the pectin matters.
Hugely. High methoxyl pectin, often from apples themselves, is what gives the firm set when combined with enough sugar and acid. The quantity must be precise. Too little, no set. Too much, rubbery texture. Meticulous measurement is essential.
Got it. Elite concentration training starts with intensity building, 45 minutes. Meticulously cook the puree with sugar over controlled medium-low heat.
Reducing volume, concentrating power, like an athlete building peak strength.
So evaporating water, intensifying flavor.
Yes, and dissolving the sugar thoroughly requires careful, consistent stirring and monitoring to prevent scorching, which would ruin the taste. This slow reduction builds the foundation for the paste's density and flavor depth.
Then structural support, 10 minutes.
Right.
Add the pectin, meticulously dissolved first in the lemon juice.
Very important step, dissolve it first to prevent clumping.
This creates the firm structure that separates champions from amateurs,
Yeah.
giving it that signature sliceable consistency.
And pectin is finicky. Its effectiveness depends on specific conditions. Enough sugar, enough acid, right temperature. Dissolving it in lemon juice first is a meticulous technique ensuring it hydrates smoothly, prevents lumps.
So it activates uniformly.
Exactly, leading to that ideal, firm, yet tender gel. Championship fruit paste requires this precision.
Next, final performance push.
Apple?
5 minutes. Add vanilla, cook and stir until the mixture holds its shape like a perfectly conditioned athlete.
Yeah.
Pulls away from the pot sides.
Right, that's the sign it's thick enough, the set is right. Another meticulous test is the cold plate test.
Put a dab on a cold plate.
Exactly. Chill a small plate, put a spoonful of hot mixture on it, wait a minute or two. If it sets up and wrinkles when you push it gently with your finger, it's ready.
Prevents over or undercooking.
Precisely. Meticulous testing for the perfect set.
Finally, championship setting. 24 hours. Pour the hot paste into molds or parchment-lined trays. Let it set undisturbed until firm enough to slice cleanly.
That unmistakable mark of success.
Stats. 185 calories per 1 inch square. 46 G carbs. 42 G sugar. 3 G fiber. Concentrated energy indeed.
Very dense.
Hall of Fame applications. Slice for cheese boards, cut into squares, uses premium filling. Showcases training and meticulous attention to density.
Definitely an elegant presentation.
Okay, sometimes you don't want a solid block. You need a smooth operator performance. Apple fruit sauce.
Effortless elegance, perfect functionality, consistency that glides.
Yeah. And this method meticulously focuses on achieving that perfect consistency, not too thick, not too thin.
Crucial for its smooth operation and versatility. And the maple syrup here provides a natural energy boost while maintaining clean performance characteristics.
Letting the apple flavor shine.
Exactly. It's all about balance and a meticulous blend.
Ingredients for this versatile sauce.
2 cups apple puree, ½ cup apple juice, 3 tablespoons of maple syrup, 2 tablespoons fresh lemon juice, 1 teaspoon vanilla extract, ½ teaspoon ground cinnamon, 1/4 teaspoon ground nutmeg.
Using apple juice instead of water keeps it apple forward.
Yes, preserves that flavor profile, and maple syrup, being more complex than white sugar, adds nuance without overwhelming the apple, contributes to that clean performance.
Okay, smooth performance protocol. Starts with base training, 10 minutes. Meticulously combine puree and juice.
To achieve perfect consistency for smooth operation, finding that ideal, flowable sweet spot.
So the precise ratio determines the final viscosity.
Exactly. A meticulous blend ensures it's pourable but still has body, coats a spoon nicely. Not guesswork, calculated balance for consistency.
Then sweet performance enhancement, 5 minutes. Add maple syrup for natural energy boost, maintaining clean performance characteristics.
And maple syrup provides that nuanced sweetness, letting the apple shine. Its liquid form also helps achieve the smooth consistency easily, contributes to the smooth operator profile.
Next, flavor optimization, 3 minutes. Meticulously integrate vanilla, cinnamon, nutmeg for a complex performance profile.
And the careful addition, thorough blending, ensures harmony. No single spice should overwhelm the apple. Subtle complexity is the goal. Meticulous blending for even distribution.
Finally, final tuning, 2 minutes. Adjust consistency and flavor balance precisely, like fine-tuning a championship racing machine.
This is where you taste critically. Maybe a splash more juice, a pinch more spice. It's that meticulous final adjustment, like a chef's final check, ensuring perfect alignment.
Got it. Stats. 115 calories per 1/4 cup, 28 G carbs, 22 G sugar, 2 G fiber. Light, yet satisfying.
Very versatile.
Versatile applications. Pour over pancakes, use in smoothies, drizzle over ice cream. Proves its adaptable, smooth operator performance.
A reliable performer.
Okay, now we're shifting gears again, moving into advanced tactical sauce territory with apple gastrique.
Ooh, gastrique,
It
yes.
sounds like it's not for the faint of heart. Demands quick thinking, unflinching precision.
And understanding how to balance intensely sweet with intensely tart. It's a knife-edge balance.
And what's fascinating, and needs immense meticulousness, is that strategic foundation of caramelizing sugar.
To a deep amber.
And then the tactical shock of adding champagne vinegar.
Right.
A dramatic reaction.
Almost violent, yeah. But it's essential for forming the sauce's winning strategy. Balancing sweetness and acidity, it absolutely requires championship nerves and impeccable timing.
A high-stakes moment where precision dictates success.
Absolutely.
Okay. Ingredients for this advanced sauce.
1 cup apple juice concentrate, 1/2 cup granulated sugar, 1/4 cup champagne vinegar,
Champagne vinegar specifically.
recommended for its delicate, effervescent acidity, provides a clean counterpoint to the sweetness. Then 2 tablespoons fresh sage leaves, finely chopped, 1 tablespoon honey, 1/2 teaspoon cracked black pepper.
And the sage adds an earthy note.
Exactly. Grounds the sauce, adds another layer of complexity.
Okay, tactical training starts with strategic foundation. 8 minutes. Meticulously caramelize the sugar to deep amber.
And the guide warns, patience and precision separate winners from losers. Go too far, it's bitter. Not far enough, underdeveloped flavor.
Why is that specific color so critical?
Because caramelization is this highly sensitive chemical reaction. Sugars break down, reassemble into new flavor compounds. That deep amber signifies the peak of complex, toasted, bittersweet flavors.
A few seconds makes a difference.
Oh, yes. A few seconds too long, it burns, turns acrid, ruins the gastrique. Too short, the depth isn't there, it's bland. Requires a meticulous eye and understanding of heat.
High stakes indeed. Then, tactical shock. 3 minutes. Swiftly, carefully add the champagne vinegar to the hot caramel. Creates that dramatic reaction.
Requires championship nerves and perfect timing, it
It
says.
seizes up. That's okay.
Yes, it will seize up steam, solidify. That's normal and desired. The acidity of the vinegar is crucial, cuts the intense sweetness, creates the gastrique's signature sweet-sour balance. Technique needs confidence, precision, control. Meticulous and ready for the reaction.
Right. Next, power integration. 10 minutes. Whisk in the apple concentrate and honey, creating the complex game plan.
These liquids slowly melt down that seized caramel, integrating everything. Continuous whisking over gentle heat is key here.
Get a smooth sauce.
Exactly. Avoids a grainy or separated sauce. Allows all those rich flavors, caramel, vinegar, apple, honey, to integrate seamlessly. Patience, again.
Finally, finishing moves. 2 minutes. Add the chopped sage and cracked black pepper.
For those final tactical advantages, adding depth, warmth, a subtle edge.
Okay. Stats. 105 calories per 2 tablespoons, 18 g carbs, 17 g sugar, plus tactical flavor compounds. Potent stuff.
A powerful flavor enhancer in a small dose.
Strategic applications. Glazed meats, enhanced roasted veggies, used as a sophisticated sauce in competitions, shows advanced skill.
Definitely a high-level technique.
Okay, from culinary tactics to pure cutting-edge science. Apple gel, scientific performance engineering at its finest.
Now we're really pushing boundaries of texture, using modern ingredients for astonishing forms.
And it raises that question, why laboratory precision?
Because ingredients like agar powder and xanthan gum are powerful hydrocolloids.
Hydrocolloids.
Ingredients that modify viscosity and texture of liquids. They allow for molecular engineering of texture, offering precise control over firmness, elasticity, mouthfeel that traditional thickeners just can't match.
So exact temperatures, high-speed blending, they're not optional.
Not at all.
Huh.
Critical for achieving those unique texture profiles, it's about being incredibly meticulous, almost like a food scientist in the kitchen.
Okay, what do we need for this modernist creation?
2 cups clarified apple juice, essential for a transparent, visually stunning gel. 2 tablespoons agar powder.
Agar. That's from seaweed.
Yes, a plant-based gelling agent. Produces a firm, somewhat brittle gel that sets at room temperature. Then 1 tablespoon lemon juice, 1 teaspoon salt, and 1/2 teaspoon xanthan gum.
Xanthan gum, that's different.
Yes, it's a bacterial polysaccharide. A powerful thickening agent, provides viscosity and stability even in tiny amounts. These are tools for precise texture manipulation.
Okay, laboratory precision. Starts with scientific setup. 10 minutes. Meticulously heat clarified juice to exactly 185 F85C while incorporating agar with laboratory precision.
Temperature control is critical, the guide warns. This isn't amateur hour cooking, it's molecular gastronomy.
Why that precise temperature for agar?
Agar only activates and dissolves properly in a specific temperature range, typically 185, 195 F or 8590 C. Too low, it won't hydrate fully weak or gritty gel. Too high might affect final texture and clarity.
And incorporating it carefully prevents clumps.
Yes, incorporating slowly while whisking continuously is a meticulous technique for even dispersion. Fundamental for a uniform, strong gel, it's a scientific reaction demanding absolute accuracy.
Incredible precision. Then molecular engineering. 5 minutes. Add xanthan gum using an immersion blender at high speed.
Creating texture profiles that push boundaries. This meticulous blending gives a unique, smooth, stable mouthfeel.
How does xanthan gum work?
Even tiny amounts dramatically impact viscosity and stability. High-speed blending is crucial to fully hydrate it, disperse it evenly, prevent lumps. It creates a shear thinning property.
Meaning?
The gel flows under pressure, like when you eat it, but quickly regains its structure. This molecular engineering allows precise control over texture, bouncy yet delicate, distinct from pectin or gelatin.
Wow. Next, performance testing. 3 minutes. Meticulously adjust pH and salinity like calibrating scientific equipment.
Even tiny adjustments matter here. pH affects how hydrocolloids like agar set and their final texture. Lemon juice fine-tunes firmness. Salt isn't just flavor, it enhances sensory perception, makes the apple pop more intensely. Meticulous final calibrations.
Finally, championship molding. 2 hours. Pour the hot liquid gel into precision molds, silicone, metal, let it set undisturbed at room temp.
Creating exact shapes that showcase advanced culinary athletics and scientific achievement, taking its final, artful form.
Stats: 65 calories per quarter cup, 16 G carbs, 12 chem sugar, 1 G fiber, lightweight, high-performance plating option.
Very avant-garde.
Innovation applications. Create geometric shapes, spheres that burst with flavor, use as a textural element in championship plating, pushing boundaries.
Truly scientific cooking.
Okay, let's take a breath. Let's return to something familiar but still demanding. Classic championship training with apple jam.
Ah, jam. A classic for a reason.
But classic doesn't mean easy, right? Still demands excellence, a meticulous hand for that perfect, shimmering set.
Absolutely. And this method meticulously focuses on foundation training, crushing apples, to show visible fruit pieces. That's a hallmark of quality traditional jam making.
Right.
The gradual, precise addition of sugar, the careful integration of pectin, that's what builds the jam's championship structure and achieves that perfect set. Respecting tradition, executing flawlessly with unwavering detail.
Ingredients for this beloved classic.
2 cups crushed apples, Honeycrisp recommended for its sweet-tart balance and texture. 3/4 cup raw sugar.
Raw sugar again.
Adds a slightly more complex flavor than white sugar. 3 tablespoons fresh lemon juice, crucial acidity for pectin to gel. 1 packet natural pectin, typically 1.75 ounces or 50 dre. 1 teaspoon vanilla, ½ teaspoon ground ginger.
Okay. Traditional excellence starts with foundation training. 10 minutes, meticulously crush apples like building fundamental strength. Texture should show visible fruit pieces.
And those visible pieces aren't just aesthetic. They contribute significantly to the texture, the bite of the jam. Signals homemade, artisanal quality. Consistency of the crush matters too, not too fine, not too coarse. Meticulous prep sets the character.
Then sweet power development. 15
Yeah.
minutes. Gradually add raw sugar, cook over medium heat, watching as natural fruit acids work with sugar to build championship structure.
This is where the magic happens. Gradual sugar addition helps dissolve it, prevents grainy crystallization. Heating indirects fruit acids, sugar, and eventually added pectin. It's a chemical dance requiring careful observation, precise timing.
Making sure sugar dissolves starts interacting with pectin.
Exactly, building that structure.
Next, gelling victory. 8 minutes. Incorporate pectin dissolved in lemon juice for that perfect set. The critical test. Mixture should sheet off the spoon.
The definitive sign of championship success.
Explain the sheeting test again. How does that work?
It's a classic meticulous method. Lift a spoonful of hot jam, let it cool slightly, tilt the spoon. If the jam runs off as a single sheet or flake rather than separate drops, it's ready.
Ah, indicates the pectin network is formed.
Precisely. This visual cue, refined by experience, prevents overcooking, rubbery jam, or undercooking, runny jam. Adding pectin with lemon juice ensures optimal activation. Meticulous observation is key.
Finally, championship finish. 3 minutes. Stir in vanilla and ginger for final flavor notes. Warmth and spice.
Elevates the classic.
Stats.
Yeah.
195 calories per quarter cup, 48 G carbs, 44 G sugar, 3 G fiber. Sweet and flavorful.
Satisfyingly so.
Classic applications. Spread thick on toast, fill pastries, serve as the gold standard for breakfast. Timeless appeal.
Can't beat a good homemade jam.
Okay, now innovation meets tradition with championship adaptation in apple marmalade.
Combining strengths, thinking outside the box, meticulously balancing bold flavors.
Yeah, and what's fascinating is the rule adaptation. Traditional marmalade is citrus only, usually.
Exactly. But this hybrid approach with apples and citrus creates a unique, complex flavor profile that wins through innovation.
So the meticulous challenges.
Maintaining those distinct fruit pieces while simultaneously achieving the proper gel consistency, Requires a delicate balance of traditional technique and creative flair, a championship understanding of fruit chemistry.
Okay, ingredients for this innovative marmalade.
2 cups apples, diced firm, aromatic like Braeburn or Pink Lady.
Aye.
2 large oranges, zested and segmented, carefully removing all white pith.
Pith is bitter, right? Meticulous removal needed.
It's absolutely crucial. Contains bitter compounds that can overpower the balance. 1 large lemon, also zested and segmented, pith-free. 3/4 cup sugar, 1/4 cup water, 2 tablespoons fresh mint, finely chopped, for the finish.
How do the apples contribute here?
They add body, a different kind of sweetness, and additional natural pectin. Complements the sharp, bitter notes of citrus. Creates a more broadly appealing flavor. It's a calculated fusion requiring careful selection and meticulous understanding.
Got it. Adaptive training strategy begins with rule adaptation. 10 minutes. Pointing out this hybrid approach combines apple power with citrus technique.
Being bold, intelligent, precise in ingredient choices.
Then integrated training. 20 minutes. Meticulously cooked diced apple with citrus segments and water, allowing each component to contribute strengths while maintaining characteristic texture.
So flavors meld, but you meticulously monitor tenderness to ensure both apple and citrus pieces retain distinct textures, don't turn to mush. Also starts releasing natural pectins, a balancing act.
Next, championship technique. 15 minutes. Add sugar, develop proper gel consistency while meticulously keeping fruit pieces distinct. Skill separates champions here.
Right. Pectin from both apples and citrus contributes. The challenge is meticulously controlling cooking time and temperature after adding sugar. Overcook, dark, stiff, undercook, runny.
Goal is that perfect, shimmering set with distinct fruit pieces suspended.
The true mark of meticulous craftsmanship.
Finally, victory enhancement. 5 minutes. Gently fold in chopped fresh mint for that fresh finish. Bright, aromatic counterpoint.
Lovely touch.
Stats: 175 calories per 1/4 cup, 44 g carbs, 40 green sugar, 4 g fiber.
Quite vibrant.
Innovative applications. Spread on breakfast items, uses unique filling, serve as proof that innovation, executed with precision, wins championships.
A great example of smart adaptation.
Okay, next stop. Italy, with Italian championship-style apple mostarda.
Ah, mostarda, sophisticated stuff.
A blend of sweet fruit, spicy mustard, tangy vinegar, deeply rooted in Italian tradition.
And this raises the question of cultural significance and meticulousness. Mostarda is quintessentially Italian, known for that delicate yet bold balance of sweet fruit and pungent mustard. The precision of Italian craftsmanship is evident in how you meticulously integrate mustard components into the fruit syrup, letting flavors develop gradually. Creates a complex relationship, sweet, sour, spicy, that wins competitions. Requires an expert, meticulous hand.
Okay, ingredients for this balanced condiment.
2 cups apples, precisely cubed Fuji or Gala, work well, sweet and firm. 3/4 cup granulated sugar. 1/4 cup white wine vinegar. 3 tablespoons Dijon mustard.
Multiple mustards.
Yes, 1 tablespoon whole mustard seeds, 1 tablespoon yellow mustard powder, plus 2 bay leaves, 1/4 teaspoon ground cinnamon. That layering of mustards gives authentic mostarda intensity.
Got it. International championship training starts with European technique. 10 minutes. Meticulously create the syrup. Cook sugar with vinegar to light caramel, then meticulously integrate mustard components.
Precision of Italian craftsmanship. That initial syrup sets the critical sweet, sour, spicy profile. Achieving the right light caramel is vital, not too dark bitter, but enough depth.
And integrating the mustards carefully prevents clumps.
Yes, especially the powder. Ensures smooth, even distribution of that pungent flavor. This syrup is the backbone, meticulous foundation.
Then heat integration. 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Add bay leaves, cinnamon for a warming sensation that builds gradually.
Subtle, crucial aromatics. They infuse slowly, adding warmth and complexity, not overpowering spice. Gradual release is characteristic, requiring patience, meticulous attention to flavor integration, contributes to that complex relationship.
Next, fruit championship. 15 minutes. Gently fold apple cubes into hot mustard syrup, meticulously coating each piece while maintaining structural integrity. Cooked through, but still holding shape.
Exactly. Requires incredibly gentle handling. Apples should be tender crisp, not mush. Careful heat monitoring, meticulous gentle stirring. Apples absorb syrup flavors while retaining form, textural interest.
Finally, Vintry maturation. 30 minutes cooling, then preferably 24+ hours refrigerated. Flavors develop that complex relationship.
Time is an ingredient here, letting pungent mustard and sweet fruit harmonize. Meticulous aging.
Stats: 205 calories per 1/4 cup, 38 g carbs, 35G sugar, 2G fiber, robust flavor.
Surprisingly so.
International applications. Serve with charcuterie, aged cheeses, used as condiment proving international technique mastery. Refined.
Very sophisticated.
Okay, we're nearing the finish line. Concentrated excellence through apple reduction.
Pure, intense apple flavor, meticulously boiled down to its essence. A flavor powerhouse.
And reduction, you said, is the ultimate concentration training.
Yes. Demands endurance reduction over meticulously controlled low heat to avoid burning. Burning would ruin months of training, or rather hours of careful work.
And the starting juice quality is non-negotiable.
Absolutely. The quality of that initial championship-grade apple juice determines the final purity and intensity. Tests your meticulousness, patience, unwavering attention.
Ingredients for this intense production.
Simple list, relies on quality. 4 cups fresh apple juice clarified is best for a clear result. 2 tablespoons fresh lemon juice. 1 tablespoon raw honey. Half teaspoon salt.
Lemon and salt to balance the sweetness.
Exactly. Brighten and balance the extreme sweetness that develops during reduction.
Concentration training starts with pure extraction, 30 minutes. Begin with championship-grade apple juice. Quality is non-negotiable.
Garbage in, garbage out, right. Starting with highest quality juice, ideally fresh pressed and clarified, ensures the final reduction is clear, intensely flavored, free of off notes. Foundational meticulousness. Impurities only get amplified.
Then endurance reduction, 45 minutes. Meticulously reduced juice over controlled low heat, like training for peak performance. Patience and unwavering attention needed.
Low and slow is the absolute mantra. High heat scorches sugars, creates bitter taste, ruins it. Gentle simmering lets water evaporate slowly, steadily, intensifying natural sweetness and acidity without degrading flavor. Requires constant, meticulous attention to prevent sticking.
Next, performance enhancement, 5 minutes. Add lemon juice, honey, salt for final adjustments. Balancing and complexity.
These aren't just flavor, critical balancing functions. Lemon brightens. Honey adds subtle, complex sweetness, body, gloss. Salt balances and amplifies sweetness, makes flavor more robust, nuanced, meticulous final calibrations.
Finally, championship consistency, 10 minutes. Continue reducing until syrup consistency coats the back of a spoon like honey. The meticulous finish line.
That visual cue is key.
SATs, 125 calories per 2 tablespoons, 32G carbs, 28G sugar, plus concentrated apple excellence. Flavor bomb indeed.
Truly intense.
Elite applications. Drizzle over desserts for intense impact. Using cocktails as premium sweetener. Create flavor concentration centerpiece. Showcases mastery and meticulous dedication to pure flavor.
A very refined product.
Okay, our final advanced technique. Liquid championship with apple syrup. Meticulously designed for optimal performance and perfect pourability.
Precision in every drop.
And what's fascinating here is the meticulous focus on consistency training. Achieving perfect pancake syrup flow characteristics.
Not too thick, not too thin, and the deliberate addition of xanthan gum for technical excellence. That's a modern touch.
Ensuring perfect pourability.
Exactly. Differentiates amateur from championship products. Requires meticulous measurement of all ingredients, as slight deviations really impact final texture.
Ingredients for this liquid gold.
2 cups apple juice concentrate for intense flavor. 1 cup granulated sugar for sweetness, body, preservation. Half cup water. 1/4 cup fresh lemon juice. 1 teaspoon vanilla extract, and crucially, 1/4 teaspoon xanthan gum.
That hydrocolloid again. Key for specific viscosity without extra cooking.
Precisely. Offers control traditional methods can't match.
Okay. Championship syrup production starts with perfect base, 10 minutes, meticulously combined concentrate, sugar, water. Every measurement must be precise.
Setting the stage for correct final thickness and pour. Any deviation in these precise ratios leads to syrup that's too thin or too thick. Precision is non-negotiable for perfect pourability.
Then consistency training. 15 minutes. Heat gently, stirring constantly until sugar dissolves. Mixture reaches perfect pancake syrup flow characteristics, hitting that exact sweet spot viscosity.
This is empirical. Visual cues, maybe testing a cooled spoonful, developing that feel guided by precise parameters. Goal is uniform, smooth consistency before adding xanthan gum, ensuring predictable thickening, meticulous observation.
Next, technical excellence, 5 minutes. Add xanthan gum while meticulously blending with immersion blender, achieving perfect pourability.
Xanthan gum is powerful, tiny amount makes a huge difference. Also adds stability, prevents sugar crystallization, enhances smooth texture. Incorporation needs to be exact, thorough, blended at high speed to hydrate fully without clumps. Meticulous execution of modern technique.
Finally, victory flavoring. 3 minutes. Finish with lemon juice and vanilla for complex flavor profile, brightness, and depth.
Rounds it out beautifully.
That's 125 calories per quarter cup, 32 G carbs, 30 g sugar. Sweet, versatile, perfectly engineered.
A well-designed syrup.
Championship applications.
Yeah.
Pour over pancakes. Use as base for cocktails. Drizzle over ice cream. Tastes like winning.
Absolutely.
Wow. Okay. What an incredible journey that was. From Apple Lake Air's hardcore conditioning, those precise chemical changes in the mustard oil.
Right. All the way to apple syrup's liquid championship and the molecular engineering behind that perfect pourability.
We've truly taken a deep dive into elevating apple preservation. It's an art, a science, and, yeah, frankly, a sport demanding just unwavering meticulousness.
And if we connect this back to the bigger picture, that meticulous attention to detail, the specific temperatures, the precise timings, exact ratios, careful ingredient selection, these aren't just, suggestions.
And they're essential.
They are the training protocols. They unequivocally separate merely good results from truly championship-level results. Each method we talked about today.
Fermentation gels confit.
Right. From lactic acid fermentation to advanced hydrocolloid engineering, they all teach us the profound value of precision, of unwavering meticulousness in all culinary endeavors. You've seen how dedication, precision, that athletic mindset, they aren't just for the track or the field. They are absolutely essential in your kitchen, too, if you want these kinds of results.
So what does this all mean for you, our dedicated listener, listening in right now? I think it means that the simplest ingredients, the most everyday things, like a humble apple, they hold this immense potential for extraordinary transformations. But unlocking that potential,
it demands that same unwavering focus, that disciplined technique, that meticulous dedication you see in any elite pursuit.
right? So what other everyday ingredients are you maybe overlooking right now, waiting for you to apply championship-level skill and unlock their Hall of Fame results?
Makes you think, doesn't it?
It really does. Maybe it's time to put on your chef's uniform, or perhaps your culinary athletic gear, and step onto the training field of your own kitchen, ready to conquer the next challenge with absolute precision.